morning class. My name is Shiny Mukherjee and I am going to teach you the third most important chapter of geography, that is scales and directions. Now, when we say the word scales, what it clears in our mind? That a ruler that having certain measurements. Let's see. There is a certain scale in your compass box, okay? Divide like this, having certain measurements here, having certain measurements here. Okay? These type of scales we used in a compass box, basically to draw lines and all that. Now, which type of scales I am talking here right now? The scales that I am talking here is a scale having certain measurement to draw. Now, the scales that I would be going to discuss here is further divided into three parts. That is the verbal scale. It can be called as a statement or a word. Then the linear one, and then the representative, or we can say ratio. Okay. So these we are going to discuss. But before that, why we need scales and where we need scales? Okay. So the first thing that we need scale is on map. Now, the map scale we are talking about. So this map scale is basically divided into 2 points. Let's highlight those 2 points first. The first is statement of the relationship between distance on a map and distance on real life. When I am saying real life means, for example, I am standing here, now from distance here to that corner of the class, that distance in real. Might be 10 footsteps, but if we have to talk in detail or if we have to draw on a piece of a paper, then we need certain measurements. Okay. Another thing is that statement of the relationship. That means it would be written in a verbal manner, some graphical manner, some words, some digits in kilometers, meters, foot, inch, anything. And where we are talking about? On a map. On my first session, I have discussed about that how the maps are working. So now we are going in detail about it. The second point is a drawing that is made according to scale will be an exact copy of the real object. Now here when I am talking about the exact copy, it means I am talking about the particular thing same on the piece of a paper. If it is shows 10 kilometers, that particular distance would be shown as 10 kilometers on a paper. Now there would be a question, how come 10 kilometers is so wide, we can't use such a large paper. But exact 10 kilometers if I have to show, then how can we show on a piece of a paper? Because our paper size is almost like this or not more than like this. It might be the size of the paper, not more than that. Now if I have to show 10 kilometers here, then how can I show? Should I need a long paper? No. For that we need scales. For that we need measurement. Now the other important thing is that will be smaller or larger than the real object. The distance can be a small, the distance can be a large. It depends upon how much we are working on it. But the exact replica would be there. If I share this, can you see the picture over here? Here certain distances, certain places, certain everything is mentioned. Is it that much nearer? No, they are quite far. But with the help of the scale we can show. And this is only possible with the drawing, and we have to know we have to know about the exact direction, exact place. At times it happens that there are certain uneven structure like this. If there are uneven structure also, for that also we are having certain scales, certain measurements over there. Okay. The other most important thing in this 2 point is that they are talking about the construction. The most important thing, they are talking about the construction. So that's why if we talk about what is basically a map scale is a statement of the relationship between the distances on the land and on the paper. And the certain another thing is exact copy of the object. So these two things we have to remind, we have to remember, so that when we are going in detail about all these types of this, we could be easy for us to understand. Yes. Now, the types. There are 3 types. The first is stated scale, that I have explained, the verbal, the words. Second is linear scale and the ratio scale. Now, when I am talking about the stated scale, that means the verbal scale, that is written in a verbal manner, like 1 centimeter equals to 250 kilometers. There are different types of writing pattern. Okay? Verbally we will write, or we will write in spellings like 1 centimeter, like this we will write. Clear? Second, I am talking about here, little bit giving you brief about linear scale. Now basically linear scales are scales, those are divided into 2 halves. Okay, I'll just show you how to draw that linear scale here. Just a brief. There would be a certain measurement. Okay, it would be divided into 2 halves. It would be a 0 over here, and the distance would be divided as per the measurement given. Suppose I am taking a scale of 2, 4, 6, 8, like this I can take, and here would be divided into again 2 halves. One part would be colored, one would be left over. Okay, in this pattern only it has been mentioned. So like this we can divide. This 0 is the neutral point, the same point. Here the scales are divided. Here we have to assume that particularly this scale represents 5 kilometers or anything. That we will discuss in detail when I will be explaining you. Okay, I am just giving you a reference here. Like this we can divide. So these are the type of a graphical scale, linear scale. The next is the ratio. Now you can see here that some ratios are given, 1:25 this. Clear? Now this ratio is basically also called as representative fraction, because it is somehow on the piece of our like 1/25, like this. So to write in a fraction we will write 1:25. Clear? So all these things are here. Now these types of scales are used in a different way. The stated scale will talk about the statement, the verbal statement, the statement 1 centimeter equals to 1 kilometer, like that. Linear scale will be drawn in the form of this graph pattern, and the ratio, that is the representative fraction. Okay? Now let's discuss in detail. Now first is word scale, that means 1 centimeter equals to 8 kilometers. The points that we have to make a mark in it is that a stated scale says exactly how much distance is represented by 1 centimeter. That means because we are drawing here in the piece of a paper, Okay, so in a piece of a paper, if we are drawing a scale and we have to mark it, we have to know this 1 centimeter is exactly how much on the piece of a land. So it has to mention, the geographer, the person who was drawing the scale, he or she has to mention it clearly that what he or she is talking about, how much this 1, 1, 1 represents on the land that we have to discuss. In case 8 kilometer, here already one example is given. It is the most useful scale for calculating distance. Now when I am talking about distance, that means you can calculate. Suppose you all stay at your own apartments, right? Now if you start calculating from your apartment to the school, the best way is that we all hire Ola and Uber cabs, okay? In that it is written 8 kilometers to particular distance or 10 kilometers, we are reaching in so and so time, all these things, okay. These are done with the help of the map scales. That's so and so. For example, here in, if I give an example of Pune Central, from Pune Central to Rajaram Bridge, how much distance it would be like that. So all these things is counted here with the help of the map scale. And it is the most accurate thing for calculating the distances. That means if suppose A is here, he has to travel to B. B is staying in this point and A is staying in this point. If he has to travel from this place to this place and this is of 10 kilometers, so on a piece of a paper we have to represent 1 centimeter equals to how much? If we have to divide into 5 intervals, then 1 centimeter equals to 2, like 2 5s are 10. Like this it will be going. The second is linear scale. A linear scale is usually present on most of the maps. Basically, why I am telling about the most of the maps? Because the scale which I draw here, this scale, the scale which I have drawn here, the same scale has been drawn here. So it tells us how much map distance. Now there was calculating distance, okay, and here how much the map distance represents. So it means that if I am talking about this particular distance here, then how much the person has to travel. That particular distance would be calculated with the help of this linear scale, okay. On a represents a certain real distance. Now for example, I can share this example with you. Here the scale shows the map distance that equals 10 kilometers in real distance. You can see here 10 kilometers in real distance and it has been divided. You can see. So by this they have distributed the scales. So one most important and difference between this linear scale and verbal scale is this, it is using for calculations. Though it is also used for calculation only, but it will tell you the exact one. That means it will tell you the what represents, okay. And our maps, the maps which we are seeing in Atlas or world map or any type digital maps, any maps which we are using nowadays, linear scales are the best example to use it, okay. The third is ratio scales, that means the representative fraction or the ratio one. This is basically, it is one term is written, very accurate. Now, how it is very accurate? Is these two are different? They are not telling you the exact direction. They are also telling you the exact direction. But here what we can see, here we use the term called unit basically, okay. So that particular unit is exactly the same distance on the piece of a land. Now, we are in a classroom. They are having one particular direction, one particular you can say measurement. From one class to another, there are certain differences. Each and every class would not be same shapes and sizes. Some would be little small, some is little big, some it's medium. Somehow some irregularities you can find over there. So this ratio scale will tell you the exact measurement of that particular classroom. Now as I am standing in this class is having a curtain, or you can say as pertaining certain things, certain measurements are there. So it might happen that this class measurement will vary from the next class. So what is the difference between these two class measurements? We can find out through the help of the ratio and representative fraction. There is a certain formula for it and we can go for it. The other thing over here is that in this is an example given here. Just try to understand the example here. In this example, we can see that 1 unit on the map represents this 25 units in real life. So 1 centimeter equals to 25 lakh centimeter and 1 meter equals to like this. Now you can see the points over here. This point, this point, this point, this point, all this point. They are having certain measurements. So to understand this measurement, they have taken this unit, okay, and this unit is so exact that if you go on that particular point, particular piece of a land or particular place, you would be able to find out that yes, this distance from A to B is exactly the same distance. That means if a person has to travel from this place to this place, it will provide you the exact location. Now, what is the difference between verbal, linear and representative? Basically, verbal will tell you the calculating distances, it will tell you the real distance, and it will give you the accurate distance. So, all these scales, and they are working on different parameters, they are working on different standards. One scale is used for one, you can't use all three, okay. It is depending upon this map which type of scales you are using. Yes, now most important thing, representative fraction. Please mug up the entire thing because this depends or this will help you to understand all the scales in detail. Now here, what is basically the representative fraction? Representative fraction, a map scale. Each and every word you have to learn. It is a map scale in which figures representing units, in which units they are representing? Centimeters, inches or feet. Do remember, in representative fraction, these units are using either centimeters, inches or feet, are expressed in the form of fraction. Okay, that means the fraction which we are using 1 upon or 2 upon or 3 upon in that. So it would be using as a fraction as 1 upon 25 this, or the ratio of 1 is to x to indicate that 1 unit on the map represents x unit as this centimeters on the earth surface. I explain it again, it is a little bit difficult to understand. Let me clear it again. See, this basically representative fraction, here you can see the scale 1 is to this. This is the representative fraction. This is how the statement of equivalency. Now here the statement of representative fraction we are discussing. This particular scale, you representing unit as centimeters, inches or feet. Okay. Now this will be shown as a fraction. That means 1 upon whatever the digit. So this would be shown as a fraction. The other thing is that this x is indicating the unit that is on the map. Okay. And from where we would be finding? We would be getting it from the earth surface. This is our earth. Just give me one example. This is our earth. So if someone has to travel from this location to this location, suppose this is A boy and B his friend, to travel this location. So here the entire this one would be shown through the fraction. Okay, through fraction in representative manner, or you can say in a ratio manner, representative. Clear? Now, please understand the scale over here. Here, first discussing about the representative fraction. Then the term is written bar, then scales and statement of equivalency. So now here we are going for the statement of equivalency here. Okay. Now this entire scale has been drawn with the help of representative fraction. We can see here the scales. Now suppose one has to travel from, this is our earth, okay. Someone has to travel from this place to this place. This I have already explained this. Now this entire thing would be shown with the help of the representative fraction. The one most important thing over here is this, that it talks about the earth's surface. That means the entire surface distance has been discussed here. Now if I discuss about the bar and the scales, it tells you the unit. You can see it precisely, it tells you about the unit. One of the most important thing in our geography, in our syllabus, that representative fraction is the most important thing in scales. Now the other important thing is measurement. How to calculate basically, because right now I am talking about to do the calculation, to show on the map, to show on the piece of a paper, the accurate distance, the exact location. There might be certain formula, there might be certain measurement over here. So let's learn the formula first, okay. The first is distance on a map. Now talking about this distance on a map divided by distance on a ground. That means whatever the measurement we are getting from that particular place, we have to divide it. Now for example, I have taken 1 centimeter by 100 kilometers. Like this, first of all I have to convert this kilometer into centimeter, because in the piece of a paper the scale would be in a centimeter. Kilometer is transferred to centimeter. So that is one of the most important thing here. So we have to find this kilometers into centimeters, because on a piece of a paper, if you have to draw the entire earth, it would be into centimeters. Though the distance on the earth's surface is in kilometers, but it would be on centimeters, okay. So that is the most important thing here, that I have converted this kilometers into centimeters. This is the formula I have given, and that's why this centimeter I got. So the ratio, that is this 1:, this one. So please learn the formula very by heart, that RF, representative fraction, the short form we write RF, is divided by distance on a map divided by distance on a ground. So by this we can find out. The previous one, when I was discussing about the representative fraction here, this one, this entire thing is upon the particular scale, okay. So now this entire thing has been discussed through this map, discussed through this measurement formula, okay. So one most important thing here that I wanted to repeat, that it is completely on the ground. We are finding out the ground distance. So that's why we have to remember this. Before I wind up this session, let's just quickly revise that we have discussed here. The first we have discussed is the linear scale. We have discussed about the verbal scale. We have discussed about the representative or ratio scale. These entire scales are used on maps. They tell us the accurate distances. They tell us the accurate measurement. Entire distance is drawn on a piece of a paper. The linear scale is drawn with the help of a measurement divided into halves, okay. 0 is the neutral form, we divide it. This we take a unit, these are the units we can take, and here we do the shading over here, clear? These are particularly divides then. So this, the entire thing has been discussed here, and the most important thing, the representative fraction. In my next class, I will tell you about the table, the distance on the scale, distance on the map, how can we divide it and all those things. Just please go through the first to the till this slide, revise it, learn it. The most important thing, this formula should be learned, that distance on map divided by distance on ground give you the exact representative fraction. By this I am winding up my session for right now. I will join you back with Next,